Right, welcome everybody. Hope you can all hear me. There's some smiling and nodding, so I'm presuming that that means yes. I'm Anita Grant. I'm the CEO of Islington Play Association and also currently the chair of Play England. And we're really excited to welcome you to this Zoom webinar. It was originally called a workshop, but then when we realized how many people we wanted to invite, we changed it to webinar so that we could see lots more of you. So it's very great that you've managed to find the time. The core idea of today was to launch our Play After Lockdown document, which I hope you've all been able to see. There's been a few different bits of feedback about it, and I just wanted to address some of that straight away. I think we could have been clearer about who we were aiming it at. Our idea was to support organisations and providers to establish and maintain a play-based approach as they start to see children emerging from lockdown. And of course, for all of you, that ranges from people who have done play work for years, who have trained in play work, but also people who maybe haven't come across play work as an approach. So we were trying to sort of straddle the whole different spectrum, which is why some of it seems a bit basic and some of it seems a bit complicated, but we're hoping that it will be useful. I think it's actually is going to be useful as we see that play itself remains languishing in education and childcare in as far as it's being referred to at all by the government, which may mean that the first people working with the children are people who've been trained in many other different disciplines rather than the play-based approach that is close to all of our hearts. So that was the plan with the document, really, to lay down some basic but really clear ideas about how children can be talked to in this first time and supported in the ways that we think is important. Just trying to read my notes. Right, so as the way that we're going to go through the day is we're going to hear from our 4 different speakers, and we have asked them to talk about both what they've managed to do and how they've been working through lockdown and moving towards what they're thinking of doing, hoping to do or planning to do in the next period. After each person speaks, there'll be time for questions. And our idea of how that's going to work is that you will put your questions into the group chat box and I will read them and then try and quickly put them together if they're all the same question, or say the different questions at the end in the 5 minutes. At the end of the whole thing, we'll have more space. So if anybody feels like a burning thing that they needed to talk about wasn't addressed, hopefully we'll be able to touch on it then. Now, just to warn you now, we don't have all the answers. I haven't managed to speak to Boris and find out what he really thinks about play this summer. And when they randomly say that they want play activities to be delivered through the summer, they haven't given me any clues for you about what that's going to look like or how you're going to do it. But what we can offer is a group of people who've been thinking about it a lot and finding out as much as we can about it. And then we just need to work together, I think, on thinking about what we think we'll be able to actually achieve this summer. If at the end we have some really clear questions that we want answered, or things that we think would really make a difference to our ability to deliver, then I'm going to be able to forward those to as many different people as we can think of it would be appropriate to forward them to. So that's our aim for the day.